Hello, my friends. I don't know if you have made this observation, but I certainly have. Bath & Body Works has run quite a few sales over the last month. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you a collective haul, products that I have picked up over the last month and a half, I would say. I have a variety between body care, some hand soaps, and even a couple of candles. So if you are curious to see what I picked up, let's go ahead and dive into the video. I think I'm going to go ahead and start out with hand soaps. I picked these up on Easter Sunday. They had 40% off of everything site-wide. And then on top of that, they were running like these almost like flash sales. So they were good for like 4 hours. And one of those was, I think the hand soaps were $3. Plus I used my 25% off coupon that day. So let's go ahead and start off with the first hand soap that I picked up. This is one of the new Gingham flanker scents that has, it's kind of gotten some hype. This is the Gingham Gorgeous. Now you can see it's actually like almost done here. This is because I placed this particular fragrance in my kids' bathroom. We typically like the foaming hand soaps when we purchase these because I find that children have a little bit easier time of washing their hands with a substance that is already kind of foamed up. And so I typically will go for these when I purchase from Bath & Body Works. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I know that this scent has like gotten all the hype. It's the one that's available in a lot of, I think that new Mother's Day tote that's going to be releasing, is that this week? I think this week it's going to be releasing. But honestly, you guys, I don't really love this fragrance. I don't know what it just seems very generic to me. And again, fragrance is so personal to everybody. So that's part of why it went in my kids' bathroom, because I was like, well, I'm not in there that much. But clearly my kids are liking it. The other hand soap fragrance that I picked up, and I have been enjoying it, this one has been at my kitchen sink. This is Garden Basil and Lime. I really like this. I like herbaceous scents for my kitchen. I would say that the lime note is more dominant than basil in here, but I've really been enjoying it. One that I have not started to use yet is Iced Lemon Pound Cake. I know that there's a lot of hype about the return of this fragrance as well. This is really nice. This is a beautiful lemon gourmand fragrance. I just spilled a little bit of it on my pants here. I guess I'm going to be smelling like iced lemon pound cake when I go and teach dance later on today. But let's see, the fragrance notes on this are glazed icing, pure lemon zest, and fluffy cake. And I would say that that is pretty accurate. Now, this is not the same type of fragrance. I feel like it's more of like a buttery pound cake scent as opposed to another fragrance. I know a few months ago I had done did I do a full dedicated review on Limoncello Cupcake from Homeworks? I think I did. And I had said that that fragrance had reminded me of a fragrance at Bath & Body Works. And a lot of you were saying, oh, it's Iced Lemon Pound Cake. And I was like, no, it's not that one, because there's a different type of cake notes to those. I know I'm comparing a hand soap to a candle, but I do know that that fragrance is also available in a candle. And I will tell you that they are different from one another. That pound cake is definitely a more dense, buttery type of cake, as opposed to the Homeworks one is more of a light, fluffy one. All right, but let's get back with the hand soaps. A perfect springtime, what are we talking about? I almost said lotion. Hand wash is the Fresh Cut Lilacs. Again, this one has been in my bathroom right now. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you actually know that I don't purchase the Fresh Cut Lilacs candle from Bath & Body Works because I find it to be slightly more powdery. I find that I want something a little bit more authentic. And honestly, I'm going to wage my bets on a brand that I know produces a little bit cleaner burn. We all know Bath & Body Works is hit and miss. I still take my chances. I will show you. I have a couple of candles in this haul, but I love the scent of lilacs during the springtime. And so I figured, well, let's go ahead and have it at the sink so that way it just kind of backs up the fragrance of my home. All right, I picked up a couple of other scents that are more summertime fragrances. Now, summer is right at the doorstep where I live. I am in Arizona. As I am filming this, and even this weekend, we have temperatures in the 90s. I mean, I don't know where spring went. I think it's going to return like next week, but for a few days here, we are on the doorstep of summer, and so it has me craving all of these summery scents. So I picked up this Starfruit Sangria. The fragrance notes are golden starfruit, kiwi nectar, and chilled sangria. It's something that's just a little bit different from like your run-of-the-mill coconut. I think this is one that I'm probably going to have to place in a place that my husband doesn't wash his hands, so maybe the kids' bathroom or well, he washes his hands at the kitchen sink. Probably the kids' bathroom. I'm going to have to put this one because that sangria has a little bit of a peach note in it, and I do detect that, and I don't think my husband's going to like that. If you've caught any of our videos where he has done like sniff sessions with me, he makes it very well known that he does not like peach scents. All right, the star scent of Bath & Body Works Spring. I don't know, you guys, I'm not your girl that's like, I know the exact collections and the exact stars of the show or whatnot, but I do know that this is like a new scent that came out with Bath & Body Works this year, and it's all the rage. This is Cocoa Paradise. Fragrance notes of salted coconut manoi, sugared neroli, and bronzed sandalwood. This fragrance is absolutely lovely. I feel like this, this scent story, I feel like, is the big theme of summer 2023. I've noticed that this fragrance, and I did pick it up in a couple of other body care products that I'm going to show you here in just a few minutes, but I feel like this Cocoa Paradise fragrance is like, I'm noticing a lot of brands are putting out a fragrance that is kind of in this scent family. Like they're all cousins to one another. I feel like they would complement each other very well. So I figured since I picked some of that up in the body care, why not have it in a hand soap? And then the final hand soap that I picked up is Bronzed Sunset. This has fragrance notes of exotic coconut, island waves, and soft musk. You are going to see a theme here that when I think summer, there is one fragrance that, or fragrance accord, that is always pretty much going to be a common denominator, and that is coconut. I love, love, love me some coconut in the summertime. Let's see, let me smell this one again. Yeah, that is. So if you are coming across my channel for the first time, or maybe you just haven't heard me say this before, but even though I reside in Arizona, I actually grew up in Southern California. So I think that, you know, I'm a beach girl in the summertime. I mean, I love the beach all times of the year, but coconut, that smell of sunscreen, it is such a like strong scent memory for me that I associate with the summer season. And so I think that's why, like, I just love anything that reminds me of the beach. And I think a lot of people like that, although I will tell you, like, my husband's not a beach person. He loves the mountains more. And I have a couple of friends who are that way too. So anyways, before I dive into all of the tropical type of scents that I picked up, I did pick up one of the new fragrances in the Gingham flankers. You know, so they released Gingham, what's this one? Gingham Gorgeous, Gingham Fresh, Gingham Vibrant, and then they still have the original Gingham, and I think Gingham Love. I do like the original Gingham scent, but of the new releases, my favorite fragrance has been the Gingham Fresh. Now, I showed this yesterday in my Saturday 6 video. No, was it yesterday? No, that was last week. I'm getting all of my days mixed up here, you guys. I think that was last week that I shared the Gingham Fresh. But I did pick it up originally in the moisturizing body cream, and I realized that I really, really like the fragrance. So to kind of go along with it, to complete the family, I did have, I either had a coupon or a rewards. I think I had the coupon where I could get this for $7. I went ahead and got the Gingham Fresh Fine Fragrance Mist. And the reason I went ahead and purchased this was because I had ordered the perfume. They have an eau de perfume for this fragrance, and I ordered that on Easter Sunday when it was the 40% off, plus I had the 25% coupon. I ended up taking that back because I found that the lasting power was not what I had expected from a perfume. And so I figured, you know what, I could either spend, I think at that point it was like $32, $33 on that, or I could use my coupon and pretty much get the Fine Fragrance Mist and just, you know, reapply that throughout the day. So that is the route that I decided to go because I felt like the lasting power of the perfume was really not much more than one of the body sprays. So keep that in mind if you have been looking at it. That is just my opinion. I also picked up the Gingham Fresh foaming sugar body scrub. So they did have a couple of sales where I got this for like $5, and it's either $5.50 or $5.95. It was under $6 that I got this. And I will tell you that this body scrub, if you are somebody that has maybe a little bit more sensitive skin, I feel like this is probably the gentlest of the body scrubs. There is a foaming mechanism that does take place when you apply it to your body. I am now in the season where I am starting to self-tan my body, so I am trying to exfoliate a little bit more, especially when I'm getting ready to reapply my self-tanner. And I find that this one is gentle, but it's not one that's going to aggravate the skin. I find it actually a little bit less, I don't know what the proper word is here, but a little less harsh on the skin than even the Tree Hut scrubs, which I have loved and still love a lot. So if you are looking for a gentle exfoliating option, but you want something with a little bit of fragrance, then I would recommend this product. Let's see, what else did I get in the Gingham Fresh? Is that all I got from them? I think so. I think that's all I got in that. All right, since I talked about Cocoa Paradise earlier, I did pick up a little trifecta here. So I did end up picking up the Ultimate Hydration Body Cream, so that way I could layer it. I actually did get the Moisturizing Body Wash. You guys know I've been talking recently about how I have slowly dived back into purchasing body care products from Bath & Body Works, because for a long time I just didn't find them to be very effective. I found them to actually dry out my skin, but they must have reformulated something or improved their product, because I'm finding that recently these products are working better for me. So I wanted to enjoy the Cocoa Paradise fragrance in the shower. And then sticking with the shower, I also picked up the Exfoliating Glow Body Scrub. Now I have not tried this yet. I can see some kind of like shimmer in here. I'm pretty sure that shimmering effect probably does not continue to last once you rinse it off. Let's see, it says made with glow enhancing ingredients, leave skin feeling smooth and soft and looking healthy and radiant. So it's made with shea butter and vitamin E. I want to see, let's compare it with the foaming one. The foaming one says that it's made with shea butter and sugar exfoliants. This one, it doesn't say what exactly is the exfoliating property in here. This one on the Gingham Fresh says luxurious rich lather, exfoliating sugar crystals gently reveal your radiance, leave skin feeling soft and smooth. So yeah, as of right now, I haven't tried this one yet. And then let's go ahead and see another body scrub that I picked up. And I feel like this one is controversial. I've heard this one can be messy and that it can also be a little wild. If you're wanting a deep exfoliation, then I think this is the product for you. I figure why not try it out for $5.50. This is the Waikiki Beach Coconut Exfoliating Beach Body Scrub made with walnut shell and coconut water. So if you have an allergy to nuts, this is one that you probably would want to avoid. I am actually always aware of nut allergies. My youngest child has a peanut allergy. Supposedly she doesn't have an allergy to the other classes of nuts. You know, most of the tree nuts are different from a legume like a peanut, but regardless, I'm still kind of aware of that. She seems to do fine with coconut or whatever. Let's see. So the fragrance notes on this are tropical white coconut, saltwater breezes, sun-bleached woods. This is made with walnut shell and coconut water. So I think this one is probably going to be a little bit rougher texture, and I can kind of even tell even just looking at it here. So I am excited to use this, in keeping in line with the Waikiki Beach Coconut, because I do like this fragrance, you guys. It's not, I don't want to say that it's really like a unique fragrance. It's kind of your standard coconut fragrance. There's nothing about it that screams like, wow, where did you get that? Like, it's so unique. I've never smelled anything like it before, but regardless, I still like it. So I picked it up, of course, in the Moisturizing Body Wash, and then also in the, what is this, Ultimate Hydration Body Cream. Now, it does appear that I have a lot of like these body care products, and you're like, wow, Katie, you go through a lot of that in the summertime. Here's a couple of things I want you to keep in mind. And really, honestly, I don't have to justify any of this to anybody. I know that there's a lot of people that have greater body care collections than I do. Some people like to collect. But My reasoning in being able to purchase a lot of these things is that I do have a 14-year-old daughter who also likes to smell good. And so oftentimes I share these products with her as well. Also, we tend to use a lot of moisturizing body cream because, like I said, I live in a very dry climate and I cannot stand. It is, I almost think it's borderline like a sensory thing for me. I cannot stand the feeling of my skin feeling dry. So I'm the type of person, every time I get out of the shower, I am reapplying lotion, usually a body cream. And honestly, usually in the morning, I apply it before I get dressed too. I cannot stand for my skin to feel dry. So we spend a lot of time in the pool, outside in the summertime. And so I just want something that's going to keep me feeling hydrated. So that's what I have from the Waikiki Beach Coconut. In terms of one other body cream that I picked up, I actually got this for my daughter, and I'm also curious because I've heard that this is a fragrance that layers very well with the Baccarat Rouge 540 or the Ariana Grande Cloud perfume. This is the In the Stars Ultimate Hydration Body Cream. I did just finish up the Sol de Janeiro, the Bea Fleur, and that is a fragrance that also layers well, and I had heard from a lot of people to give this one a try because it is in the same fragrance family. The fragrance notes on this are starflower, sandalwood musk, sugared tangelo, white agarwood, and radiant amber. And I do get where they're saying that with this fragrance, but my daughter also likes that scent, and so again, I picked it up so that we could share it. I did pick up another fine body mist because I already own this product in the moisturizing body cream, and I wanted a spray to go ahead and layer with it. This is Fresh Coconut and Cotton. Man, this one's a really good fragrance. I would honestly say of pretty much all of these that I am looking at right now, I think this might be my favorite fragrance. And it's funny because I don't really see it offered in a ton of variations within their body care. I really, really like this one because it's coconut, but you have that freshness of the cotton scent in here. This is really, really lovely. I just feel so clean after I get out of the shower and apply this. And I also find that fragrance is very long wearing. When I apply it at night, I get up the next morning and I can still smell it on my skin. So I think I had some rewards that I was able to redeem for a free product, and so I decided to get that. All right, and then rounding out this Bath & Body Works haul, you guys know me, it's not complete without a couple of candles. So I have a few candles that I picked up here. No surprise here, you saw that I picked this fragrance up in a lot of the body care products. Cocoa Paradise, I have seen Melanie review this, I've seen Connor review it, I've seen, a lot of people talking about it, and I thought, you know what, I think that is a fragrance that I would like to burn in my home. I actually find this to be almost like a very sexy scent. This one to me screams like something that I would burn on like a summer evening, maybe like a date night. I don't know, I guess you would be going out on a date night, but honestly for me, my husband and I, usually a date night means that like we go out to dinner and we come home and put the kids to bed and sit around and watch The Office with a candle lit, I guess. But the fragrance notes again on this are salted coconut manoi, sugared neroli, bronze sandalwood. So this is the same fragrance notes as what is in the body care. This is very, very nice. It's very sophisticated smelling. It reminds me a bit of, it's not the exact same, but it reminds me quite a bit of, what's the fragrance that I just got? The Way St. Bart's cream, slightly different. That one's got a little bit more dragon fruit in it. There's also a Kayali fragrance, which is the Cocoa Vanille. I want to say it's their number 21. I know the really popular one, the Vanilla 28. It's not that one. It's the 21. It's more of a summer fragrance. So I feel like it's kind of in that fragrance family. So if you like fragrances like that, if you like Tom Ford Soleil Blanc, I think that you would like this fragrance. All right, you saw me pick this up in the hand wash, and I picked it up in the candle. This is Bronzed Sunset. Similar motif, they kind of kept it straight across the board here. The packaging is pretty similar between the candles and the lotions and the hand soaps, which I think makes things a little bit easier for people if they are looking for a particular fragrance, especially for the casual Bath & Body Works shopper. Now this candle does have kind of the thinner wicks with that little, dot in the middle there. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Is it a metal core? The fragrance notes again on this are exotic coconut, island waves, and soft musk. So this to me, I get that coconut, but I do get that musky note in here. This one has a little bit more musk to it, a powdery scent almost in the background. I get coconut, but probably a little bit more of like almost a, I don't know what fragrances they're using to put together island waves. I wouldn't call it an aquatic fragrance in here, but I do like it. I will say that of the 3 candles I picked up, obviously I bought this one, I like it, but I would say that this one is probably the one that I'm maybe a little bit nervous about because of that powdery note in the background. I'm not really sure I'm going to love that. All right, and then let me share with you the candle that I am the most excited about that I picked up, and I shared this on my Instagram story when I picked it up. This is Santorini Coast. Now, I feel like there's some, not controversy is not the right word, but I feel like there's a little bit of discussion about when I had put this on my Instagram, quite a few people answered that they believe that this was a repackage, but then I know that there's a lot of people who are very familiar with Bath & Body Works that said, no, this is not, this is a completely new fragrance. This fragrance notes are, or this candle has fragrance notes of creamy coconut, almond blossom, warm vanilla. Oh, this one's good. Now this does have those thick tree stump wicks, which is making me a little nervous because those tend to get puny wicks on me or soot. This one is lovely. Now you guys know that I am very similar to Josh over at Touch the Fire Twice. He and I have a similar preference for anything with like an almond flower note to it. We're automatically gonna gravitate towards, like, I see that and I'm like, oh, gotta sniff it. I gotta smell that one. I do detect that creaminess in here. There's a bit of that vanilla. Now, obviously I haven't burned it yet, so we all know that fragrances can transform once we light them up. I like this one because it's coconut without its screaming sunscreen lotion or like fake coconut. I think we all know what I'm talking about when you've smelled enough coconut. Like there's sometimes that it's like overly sweet cocktail fruity coconut. That's not the coconut I get here. This is more like the meat of coconut with that creamy background of like that almond flower note, the vanilla. I'm very curious to see what this one does upon burn. Oh man, this is really good. Maybe I should take back that Bronze Sunset and get another one of these. I mean, it's really, really good. So, alrighty, well, that is what I have picked up recently from Bath & Body Works. Please feel free to share in the comment box down below what you have picked up. Did you participate in any of the sales? What is your favorite spring or summer fragrance from Bath & Body Works? I would be very curious to know that because, again, I'm kind of just diving back into shopping with them a little bit more. I've bought candles from them for a long, long time, but you know, my curiosity has been piqued with a lot of these body washes and some of the soaps, so I would be curious to know what your favorite fragrances are. If you found this video helpful or you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you are new to my channel, or maybe you've been watching my channel for a long time but you have not yet subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I would really, really appreciate it. My channel is dedicated to mainly candle content. I like to do hauls. I like to do first impression sniffs. I have a weekly series on my channel where I do reviews on candles and a little bit of beauty products because that is another thing that I enjoy and it brings joy to my life. And then I also do empties, and every once in a while I get around to a dedicated review. Those have been a little bit harder for me to film recently because I've got a lot of candles in my collection. It's hard for me to get to that halfway point, but sometimes I still do get around to those. So if you find yourself interested in that kind of content, please hit that subscribe button. I want to say thank you so much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next video, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.